Dart Trap Secret. When an opposing hero power is used, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. Wow. That's really scary. Now you have to play around so many traps versus Hunter. 2 mana, deal 5 damage. It's kind of like Mind Blast, but for Hunter that's a lot better. It can also be used to randomly remove opposing board. You can use this in Midrange Hunter. I think this is a really good card for Midrange Hunter. Because it's like, you can play around Explosive and Bear Trap, but playing around Dart Trap, it's kind of doesn't seem so efficient. So I think the secret game from Hunters will be really strong, like even stronger than it is. Because now it's pretty easy to play around this, like Snake, Freeze, Explosive, sometimes Bear, and on a rare occasion Misdirection or Snipe. So I think this is cool because it's never been a hero, a trap that or a secret that has interacted with hero powers before, and that really suits like the previous expansion, the current expansion, with all the Inspire mechanics and all that. Animated armor. Animated armor. What? Okay. Your hero can only take 1 damage at a time. So if your opponent has a Frothing Berserker with 20 attack, then he will deal 1 damage to your face if he goes face. That's an interesting card. It's kind of like a 4 mana 4/4 taunt. So that's not too strong. But it also works on spells, hero powers. So I think it's really good in a defensive mage deck. Absolutely. Like Freeze Mage, for instance. Or maybe you don't have space for it, but something like that, or like a Grinder Mage or something. Anubisiath Sentinel. That will give a random friendly minion +3/+3. So, underpowered 5-drop in stats with pretty good death rattle. But I think it can be pretty easily played around. So, like, they just remove your other minion and then kill this guy. Like, you have the Dark Cultist, it's not too often he gets value. And he has great stats also. This doesn't have, this has bad stats. And yeah, I don't think this guy will see any play, to be honest. Like, it's 5 mana pile of stats, you know. You can combo it with the Rogue Raptor, but yeah. Ancient Shade. Looks cool. Battlecry, shuffle an Ancient Curse into your deck that deals 7 damage to you when drawn. So it's kind of like that mine card for a warrior, only it has a bit better stats, but it still only has 4 health. So it dies to everything. It dies to Death Spite, Flame Cannon, and anything that deals 3 damage +1, like a ping of some sort. I don't think this card is good, but Maybe in like a deck with a lot of 7 attack minions, and then you just play really aggressively. It's kind of like a Fell River, but worse stats, and not as scary effect. Like I think he just has too little HP. He dies to Shredder also. The best 4-drop in the game, in my opinion. What is this? Anything can happen. Summon 7 Murlocs that died this game. Okay, then you have some late game. Is this Paladin? I'm not sure. So you have, if you fall behind with your Murloc deck, you can play this, and suddenly you have a full board again. That died this game, so it's not random. It's like you can pretty much know what you will get. So that's kind of cool. But you have to make sure your Murloc dies to get value of it. I'm not sure about this deck, because Murloc decks are really, I think they tend to be really aggressive. So you don't want to have a 10 mana spell in an aggressive deck. I don't think so, but maybe. Anything can happen. Archthief Rafam. Battlecry, discover a powerful artifact. Ooh, I think this guy is really good. It seems so good. If this powerful artifact is as powerful as it seems. Like, it's a bit poor stats. It's a bit worse than Kel'Thuzad actually, because you die to Big Game Hunter, and it costs 1 mana. But if these artifacts are powerful, then maybe. Because Kel'Thuzad, you need a board to be powerful, but this guy may be powerful anyway. Depends on these artifacts though. But the card in itself looks really cool. Like, I like the artwork. Excavated Evil. Deal 3 damage to all minions. Shuffle this card into your opponent's decks. No. I think this is a bad card. It's kind of like a Hellfire, but then your opponent gets this card. It's really weird. I don't see it, but maybe it has some use. This card I've already seen. Explorer set. Give a minion +1/+1, and death rattle. Add an Explorer set to your hand. So it really reminds me of Headcrack, but it's an Headcrack that is weak to silence. And it's a bit different, though. You can use it to get better trades. It's also kind of like a Novice Engineer, like you get 1/1 of stats and a card, kind of. Not a typical Hunter card, though, but anything can happen. Fierce Monkey. Okay, so it's just a it's just a power creeped another power creeped what do you call it? Mech Warper. I think it's cool that they have some good stats and so, but I just think that the Mech Warper is getting really overshadowed. But he's still great in mech decks though, like the best 3-drop mech in the game, I think.